Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets probably going to be better at 85 than it was. Probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70. The cut for Khamzat, 85 is really where he should have been all along. Khamzat's a freak, man. How about especially at 170?
But he can't make the weight. He's too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined, bro. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still kept going like that guy never stopped coming. He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat skill is so high level, it makes me
Joe Rogan shared a surprising take on the matchup between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis, claiming Du Plessis has no real chance against Khamzat, while Ali Abdelaziz stated that Chimaev is fully focused in training in Russia, calling him one of the UFC's biggest stars, explaining that after COVID-19, Chimaev faced serious struggles, even vomiting blood, but now looks stronger than ever, and believes a healthy and focused Chimaev is nearly unbeatable with the talent to defeat anyone, including Du Plessis, even in the later rounds, just like he did against Robert Whittaker.
Khamzat Chimaev. How do you feel about this fight? Everybody know I used to work with Khamzat. I love the guy. After COVID, it really messed him up. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. Throwing up blood. As far as I know now, he's in Russia. He's in camp. He's focused. He's a superstar. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. When you have this kind of pressure, sometimes people doesn't know how to handle it. It's hard to bet against focus Khamzat, health Khamzat. I think he can beat anyone on any given day. As talent, technique is Khamzat. If you go to the third and fourth and fifth round, how this fight gonna go? I believe Khamzat can go there. Did to him what he did to Robert Whittaker. 100%, I believe.
Moreover, Stephen Thompson said Khamzat Chimaev will have a hard time against Dricus Du Plessis, describing Du Plessis as awkward, strong, and difficult to handle, noting that if Du Plessis can survive the early rounds, especially in a fight, he favors him to win. Mentioning Chimaev's past cardio issues, and although acknowledging Chimaev has improved, Thompson is leaning towards Du Plessis in what he expects to be a very tough fight.
Du Plessis, his awkwardness makes him very difficult to deal with. He's got great grappling. He's a very strong opponent. If he can weather the storm in a five and a round fight, I'm leaning towards Du Plessis. You know, we saw what Gilbert Burns did, but obviously Khamzat Chimaev, he's made some changes. You know, he's evolving. He's getting better. He's strong. Oh man, I would love to see Du Plessis win it. I'm leaning towards Du Plessis because I think it's a very tough fight. Very tough fight. Khamzat's notorious for fatiguing later on in the rounds, and if it's a 5-round fight.
However, Joe Rogan recently said Khamzat Chimaev is the best wrestler in the UFC because he can shoot from around 15 feet away and still catch his opponent's leg, adding that Chimaev's cardio should improve at 185 pounds since he no longer has to deal with the brutal weight cut at 170, and believes middleweight is the division where Chimaev truly belongs.
Shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your leg. When I look at you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut for Khamzat. 85 is really where he should have been all along.
Furthermore, Joe Rogan said that Dricus Du Plessis is a strong and durable fighter with solid wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, and heavy hands. However, he questioned whether Du Plessis can keep up with Khamzat Chimaev in the wrestling department, pointing out that Chimaev's skill level is so high it makes him doubt if anyone can truly match him.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat skill is so high level, it makes
Daniel Cormier praised Dricus Du Plessis for proving doubters wrong, calling him big, strong, and more skilled than many expected, adding that, while Khamzat Chimaev may have the advantage early in a fast-paced fight, Du Plessis is built to go the full 25 minutes, and Chimaev still needs to prove he can do the same.
He is something else. So long we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good. He's so big, he's so strong, and he's good. Now Khamzat, in a sprint, can't stay with him. DDP can't stay with him. But I think if the fight goes long, it starts to get interesting. Because I think Dricus is there for 25 minutes. Khamzat needs to be there for 25 minutes.
Cormier also said Du Plessis will likely be surprised by the betting odds, expecting Chimaev to open as the favorite around -180 due to his dominant image, comparing it to how Ilia Topuria was favored over Charles Oliveira, noting that public perception often drives the odds. However, he added that he's done doubting Du Plessis after witnessing his recent performances.
It's going to be like, what the hell, dude? I think when the line comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's out already, you guys can check it, Khamzat will probably be a favorite. And I think it's because of what you see. That's why Ilia Topuria right now is a 4-1 favorite over Charles Oliveira. Wow. Because all you've seen is him just destroy people. So I think
minus 180.
Khamzat is minus 180. And I think just when you look at it, that's probably
Pretty big.
about right. But I don't know, man. I'm done doubting Dricus Du Plessis. It's time to now stop doubting him because he's just that good. I think DDP is one of those guys.
Joe Rogan called Khamzat Chimaev a freak of nature, especially at 170 pounds, saying he's nearly unstoppable in that weight class. However, he pointed out that Chimaev struggles to make weight and needs to stay more disciplined, highlighting how even when Gilbert Burns landed big shots and knocked him down several times, Chimaev kept pressing forward and never backed off.
How about especially at 170? But he can't make the weight.
Yeah,
Too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined,
Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him. Gilbert caught him.
Shared his thoughts on the matchup between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis, calling it an interesting fight, praising Chimaev as a very high-level wrestler with great strength, and mentioning that he likes Du Plessis and has met him a few times. However, Gamrot admitted it's hard to predict the outcome but said he doesn't believe Du Plessis will be able to stop Chimaev's wrestling, ultimately leaning toward Chimaev winning the fight.
Him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still kept going like that guy never stopped coming.
Moreover, TJ Dillashaw spoke about how Khamzat Chimaev should prepare to beat Dricus Du Plessis, saying the key is cardio, explaining that if Chimaev doesn't finish Du Plessis early, he might not have the gas tank to win. Dillashaw noted that Chimaev is strong, has better grappling, and solid technical striking, but emphasized that proper conditioning is crucial, adding that if Chimaev trains his cardio the right way, he would bet on him to win. Otherwise, he believes Du Plessis could drag him into the later rounds and wear him out.
Interesting matchup. Chimaev is really high-level wrestler and he is strong. I like Dricus. He met me a couple times. It's hard to prediction, but I don't think so that Dricus will stop wrestling Chimaev, and I think maybe Chimaev.
Kyle Baralho shared his thoughts on the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis, saying it's tough to bet against Du Plessis right now because every time he does, Du Plessis proves him wrong. However, he also said it's just as hard to bet against Chimaev, mentioning the fight could end quickly like the Whitaker fight. But if it goes into the second or third round, he sees some advantages for Du Plessis.
How are you going to train Khamzat Chimaev to beat DDP?
Cardio. I just don't think he has the gas tank. He doesn't finish DDP to win this. Because he's good. He's strong. His grappling's better. He's got good technical striking. I would put a lot more money on Chimaev if he trains the right way for his cardio. If he doesn't train his cardio the right way, I think it's going to be hard for him to put DDP away, and DDP's going to get him in the later rounds and pass him out.
Jason Mayhem Miller said Dricus Du Plessis has a difficult task ahead, facing an unpredictable opponent like Khamzat Chimaev, noting Chimaev's combination of sharp striking and elite grappling makes him tough to prepare for, and questioning whether Du Plessis can defend takedowns, strike effectively while moving forward, and manage the pressure, ultimately believing the fight could come down to who has better cardio.
Going to be riding with the DDP for this one? Or do you think Khamzat is going to walk away the champ?
Actually, right now, it's hard to bet against. I always bet against him, and he always shoot my mouth. But it's hard to bet against Khamzat. I think this fight could be really, really fast. As fast as the Whitaker fight. But I can see this fight going into the second, the third round, and then I see some advantage for
Mayhem slightly favored Khamzat Chimaev, pointing out that his lifelong wrestling background gives him a calm, energy-efficient style in grappling exchanges, and said that while Du Plessis is strong, his size is more muscle-based than natural, which could hurt him in a long, grinding fight, concluding that Chimaev likely has the edge.
Now, do you counter wrestle? Do you find your striking exchanges working when you push the guy backwards? And can you do that without overshooting and getting taken down? Do you want to get taken down and make a scramble and this? No, probably not. Du Plessis has work cut out for him. Like, he has to kind of figure this enigma out of a dude who can kickbox pretty good with this European style kickboxing and also really high level grappling. I don't know. I think it'll come down to who's in the best shape, who's the best conditions. That's really the end of that. Happy birthday, August 16th. We're going to see that.
Hill said he's leaning toward Dricus Du Plessis in the matchup, explaining that Du Plessis has proved him wrong in the past, praising his strong cardio, physical power, and unpredictable striking, which he believes could give trouble, while also noting that Chimaev has shown signs of tiring in later rounds. Though he warned not to count Chimaev out, pointing to his natural grappling ability as a serious threat.
Chimaev, because he has like this special ingrained, and I say this because you start the kids young and they just get a little extra something, there's a little bit of extra feel. There's another 10,000 hours put on top of their athleticism because they've been doing this for so long, grappling especially. And Du Plessis is an excellent grappler, but what it comes down to is being able to relax during those grappling exchanges and not use that much energy. His body is big, but he's like a bigger human being, not necessarily just a big muscle-bound guy like Du Plessis. Du Plessis has the frame of a lighter man, but has put on muscle to compete at the higher weight class. Chimaev might have an edge, might be an upset.
Robert Whitaker said Khamzat Chimaev's takedowns are strong and hard to stop, but he views Dricus Du Plessis as a tough, resilient fighter who's not easy to put away, believing that if anyone can withstand Chimaev's early pressure, it's Du Plessis, and that his toughness could turn the fight in his favor and give him a real chance to win.
So many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I'll probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too. So
Luke Rockhold suggested that a fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis would depend on whether Du Plessis could handle the early pressure, describing Chimaev as a fast starter who dominates with aggressive grappling, but noting that Du Plessis has the toughness and latent endurance to turn the fight around if it goes the distance.
Who do you think's gonna walk away as the champion?
I don't see anyone really stopping Chimaev's takedowns. His takedowns are so hard to stop. Super high level. Can DDP drag it into those later rounds? Can it get through the first grappling exchanges and then start to capitalize on his just like persistence, like doggedness to go away? Honestly, if Chimaev can't get DDP out of there, DDP wins. DDP wins almost every fight. You can't get rid of it, right? Because he's like
Khamzat Chimaev's top-level wrestling and grappling give him a clear advantage, and while Alexander Gustafsson admitted Dricus Du Plessis might have a size edge, he believes Chimaev's power can match it, pointing to the gap in grappling skill as the key difference that could decide.
He's not the most technical guy, the guy who wants more.
How do you think he fares against Khamzat?
I think Khamzat is a go for broke kind of guy. Khamzat, if he can't out wrestle you, he can't control you in that clear state of direction of what he does. I think he'll break. Khamzat will get him if he'll get him, but if he can't get him, it's going to be a hard third, fourth, fifth round.
Right.
It's going to be all Dricus.
So if it goes into the championship rounds, you like the champ?
Yeah.
Azamed Biko said many fans still underestimate Dricus Du Plessis, even though he's the champion, acknowledging Khamzat Chimaev's skill and ability to beat top-level fighters, but calling the matchup very close, ultimately giving Chimaev a slight edge while admitting it's a tough fight to predict.
How strong is he? Because I feel like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah. No, he's very natural, strong, and he has very strong genes, and he just comes with raw power. All his power just comes from nature.
It's just natural.
He's natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full start,
like the champion, Dricus Du Plessis, but I think it's going to be not easy fight for Khamzat Chimaev. But Khamzat Chimaev also strong. He was destroyed a lot of fighters. And, but I still think it's going to be close fight. And who knows who's gonna win? I will maybe 55% Chimaev.
Khamzat said in training, I submitted him multiple times. In a fight, it's a little different. And Strickland, you've seen Strickland get dumped before. He is an expert at getting up. He's really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu. But just like you said, can you survive the first 3 minutes with that dude? No. I miss the crazy Khamzat, but now that he's getting into these top 5 elite guys, I mean, it's probably better that he's not crazy Khamzat.
Dude, I mean, that looked like crazy Khamzat to me.
All week being respectful
Okay,
press
talk about
conferences,
lead up,
respectful, like everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot different than he used to be.
DDP has a way of poking at opponents too, though, so you might be able to pull that crazy Khamzat back.
I'd love to see DDP.
Tim Welch praised Chimaev's improved composure, especially against elite opponents, and expressed interest in seeing him face Sean Strickland due to Strickland's strong defense, while also highlighting Du Plessis' ability to throw opponents off mentally, saying that if he gets inside Chimaev's head, the fight could turn emotional and unpredictable.